So, we all had to die at least some point of our lives, or at least witness some sort of death, whether it be human or animal. Karen. But, there has been one boy, or one man, who was fucking godlike that he wouldn't just let any death take him away. And that man is Michael Malloy. He was a type of drunk person who is just always at your local bar giving you dirty looks. And you just be like, he's gonna rape you, or rape someone. And obviously that's an over-exaggeration. But there isn't really much known about him, other than he was an alcoholic, he was from Ireland, and he'd rather be paid in beer than in money, when given the offer to do some work. But this isn't just a story about his life, because if it was, it would end here. No. This story is about love, the struggle to actually work hard and escape his alcoholic life, and turn his life around, and wait a second. Sorry. Wrong script. The story is actually about how three people, Francis Pasqua, Daniel Kreisberg, I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong, but who knows, and Tony Marino, tried to get this man killed for insurance money. Now, I'll say this right now, this whole story can be a fucking Scooby-Doo episode, because the attempts to make him die, or fucking kill him, was fucking absurd. Marino owned a speakeasy during this place at time, and Michael Malloy would normally come in and say, "Another morning, if you don't mind," and then would drink himself until he passed out on the floor. Marino allowed him to keep drinking under credit, but slowly Michael Malloy would just stop paying overall. Probably because the guy was so fucking wasted every day, he just couldn't keep up with any of his expenses. Francis told Marino, "Why don't you just take insurance out of Malloy?" Marino knew what's up because our good buddy here also did the same to a homeless woman and forced to fed her alcohol and gave her bronchial pneumonia by stripping her of her clothes and pouring cold water on the sheets and blankets and gained the money scot-free. They convinced our friend Michael Malloy to agree to the insurance scam. Francis Pasqua, Daniel Kreisberg, and Tony Marino took about 5 months to get their plan together. And finally, the day arrived. Malloy was fucking excited as shit when Marino told him he can basically drink as much as he could want. And Malloy fucking drank the most hardest in his entire life. Marino even got tired of holding the glass beer because Malloy kept drinking down like if it was goddamn water and he depended on it. He didn't die that night and he thanked him and he'd be back soon. And he came back 3 days in a fucking row. They thought Malloy would just basically drop dead. But you know what that motherfucker said? "Boy, ain't I got a thirst." He wouldn't die. Soon, the gang was contemplating whether to shoot him in the back of the head or figure something else. But one of the co-conspirators suggested to give him wood alcohol. Having a drink with even just 4% of wood alcohol can blind a person. More than 50,000 by 1929 died from wood alcohol. They didn't give Malloy shots of this alcohol, but straight up wood alcohol. They thought this would be the lottery ticket to fortune, and as fast as Marino conserved the alcohol, Malloy chugged it down. He didn't show any symptoms of ill or anything, and this went on for days. And just one fucking shot of this is enough to blind a man, but Malloy is no fucking man, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen. So, one night he actually collapsed. The gang fell silent, and one of them would check if he was alive, and he was. And they waited in hopes of his breathing would just go away. And there was a sudden jagged breath, and they thought it was finally done. He began to fucking snore, and woke up later asking for more. He woke up hours later, by the way. An absolute mad lad. It wasn't fucking working, and the expenses to kill this mad lad was fucking adding up, so they thought to give him a sandwich. He let a tin of sardines rot for several days and mixed in some chardonnay and slattered together with pieces of bread, and served Malloy the sandwich. Any minute, they thought, the metal would just start slashing through his organs. Instead, Malloy just fucking finished the sandwich and then asked for another sandwich. They called Malloy the Rasputin of the Bronx and needed to a plan to finally just end his life. To sum up easily, the failed executed plans they made were to strip Malloy naked in the snow and cold, to pour water over his head and body in hopes he'd die. This plan failed as he came back to the bar and being quoted as complaining of a weak chill. The other plan worked and failed as they tried to run him over in a car, and their third attempt they did, but he just came back stumbling into the bar and saying, "I'm sure, dying for a drink." He didn't die, he left the hospital because he was dying to drink again. On February 21st, 1933, the gang, had a rubber tube ran from a light fixture to his mouth and tied a towel to keep it in place, and he finally died. They basically fucking gassed him. Later, they were found out to have murdered him, and they were sentenced to the electric chair. Moral of the story? Don't fucking attempt murder on a guy who is like Rasputin. Thank you all for watching, and this video has been sponsored by nobody. Because I don't earn money by doing this. This is just for fun. Tiring fun. Anyways, see y'all in the next video.